Hi, it's Jacob Lieberman. It's Monday, December 5th, and I'm happy to be back with all of you. I thought it would be nice to talk today about consciousness, and specifically what is consciousness. You know, many years ago, almost immediately after my mother died and passed away, I was at the hospital and I looked at her body on the bed, and I was stunned because the body on the bed didn't look like my mother. It was so obvious that it wasn't my mother that I asked my sister, I said, "Eva, does that look like Mom?" And she said, "No." And in that instance, I had a profound realization. The body laying in the bed was never my mother. The essence that I called Mom, the individual or essence that provided care, love, nurturing, support throughout her almost 91 years, was not that body. It was an indescribable essence. Perhaps it was God. Perhaps it was light. But for sure, it wasn't the physical body. It was something totally different. And in that moment, I had such a clear sense of what consciousness is. You see, when we speak about consciousness, we talk about our consciousness. They're conscious, or they should be more conscious, or they're not conscious of something. Neuroscientists and physicians speak about consciousness as being awake or asleep. The process of having thoughts, visualizations, imaginations, ideas, and so on. And that's an aspect of consciousness in the same way as a wave is an aspect or facet of what we call the ocean. But that's only a minor blip in the vastness of what consciousness is. It's interesting that from the ocean emerge waves. They emerge and then they disappear from the same place they came. They emerge and they disappear. And you could equate that to the world that we experience that's continually changing. But the ocean that gives rise to the waves is always there. That which is experiencing all the changing phenomenon of life is always there. When we speak of my consciousness or our own consciousness, we're describing that from the intellect. But there is something behind that, sitting higher up in the stadium with an infinite perspective and no point of view, that is aware of everything. You could call it a witness, but it's just a field of pure awareness. You see, consciousness is always conscious of something, which means there's something aware of something else. But when consciousness expands beyond any connection with the personal I, then all that exists is pure, infinite awareness. You could say seeing through the eyes of God. You could say the final set of eyes. It's an infinite field that is aware of all that exists. You know, a shift has occurred when one no longer refers to the changes that are occurring as something related to them personally, something they did or something they didn't do. When the identification is with this pure field of awareness, then all identification ceases. And there's just seeing. There's no desires, there's no beliefs, there's no point of view. There's just pure seeing. That's consciousness. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.